How to tell if she is flirting with you. Hi guys, my name is Christine Loveridge and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about how to tell if she is flirting with you. Before we get into this video, please like and please subscribe. Thank you very much. So firstly, it's best not to get too much in your head about if someone is flirting with you. Trying to intellectualize that kind of stuff that is mostly actually body language isn't going to help you out. So what you need to be looking for, instead of certain things they might be saying, or if you're focusing too much on if their pupils are dilating, because no one can ever be so close to someone to see if their pupils are dilating. This is one of the huge sort of tips that people give when they're telling you if someone likes you or not, because obviously, our pupils do get really big when we look at something that we like, whether that's a person or food or just something really nice that we like or something we want. However, the problem with it is that you need to be really up close to someone's face to be able to tell if their pupils are dilating. Instead of focusing on that kind of thing, something so small, instead focus on their entire body language. Now, one of the best things for you to do is to observe how other people behave when they are flirting with each other. So we've all been around people, whether this was at school or work or both, right? Around people, or even at a family barbecue or a wedding, we all know what it's like to see people that are flirting with each other. When two people just seem to just connect and they're just having a great laugh with each other. They're sort of pushing each other, they're kind of flirting, they're kind of teasing each other with what they're saying. It just looks like play, it just looks like fun, right? So observe what this kind of looks like and then see if, when you're around this girl, if she does those kinds of things with you, if you can tell that she's trying to play with you, she's being playful. So if you both find that whenever you two are around each other, you kind of always giving each other little pushes, always saying things that are kind of teasing towards each other, and you basically both just have a lot of fun when you're around each other because of how you two interact, then it's very likely that that girl is flirting with you. Now, if this is someone that's your friend, then true, it might be just the fact that she just feels comfortable around you and feels comfortable enough to have that banter and teasing with you, and you just have a really good bond. But the good news is if you already have that kind of interaction with each other, you can turn it into something more romantic. And of course, there could be a chance that they actually do like you and they find you attractive. Now, obviously, this won't work for women who, let's say, are kind of like your work wife and they're actually really married or have a boyfriend or something, and you two just hang out with each other. Obviously, it's not going to work with that kind of girl if she is already taken. Obviously, it's not going to work with that kind of girl who's already taken, already in a relationship. So it's best to just leave those girls alone and not try to pursue them. Sure, you can have fun, and flirt with them and banter with them if they're willing to participate in that, but you'll never get anything serious out of them. So it's best to not bother with that kind of thing. So it's best to not bother with that kind of girl, or try and focus on finding someone else who you can do this with. Overall, just try not to intellectualize it too much, because you can attract someone and be attractive to someone even if they don't speak the same language as you. You can flirt with someone without even knowing the language of that person. So it's more about your body language and your motives that are actually really going to help you in this kind of situation, rather than what you say. It's more about what you do with your body, because flirting in a way is like a dance, right? So some things that I would do when I was flirting was, I'd pull faces at the girls that I liked. I would stick my tongue out, or I would just if someone was being annoying and let's say I was at work and someone was being really annoying, then I would look at the girl that I liked and I'll just roll my eyes or something behind this person's back just to make them laugh and to get a giggle out of them, right? Just to make it fun and make it playful and make it enjoyable. And that's what flirting is. It's more about how you use your body than how you use your words. One of the good ways to actually get yourself to be flirty and to do it properly is to get yourself in a good and happy mood. So if you're having fun already, then it's much more easier for you to flirt and banter and to tease, because it's so much more easier to flirt, to tease and to play when you're in a good and happy mood. So before you even decide that you're going to try and flirt with someone, make sure that you are firstly in a really good mood and you feel like doing that, okay? The idea here is to be playful and to have fun and to enjoy yourself. So some ways that you can tell if she is flirting with you is So some obvious body language clues that a girl is flirting with you is if she's like going crazy with her hair, like if she's like really like pulling it back and she's going, you know, kind of like that. And if she's smiling at you, kind of giving you like a coy smile, which is kind of like, she might look a bit shy, you know, stuff like that. I'm terrible at this. I'm really terrible at this, so I'm probably giving you really bad like examples. But that's kind of what they do, you know. They kind of might look down at you and look up, you know, play with their hair. They may, you know, preen themselves. They tug at their clothes. And when they're interacting with you, they'll probably touch you or push you, especially if you say something funny. Especially if the funny thing that you said is a bit polarizing, and let's say it's kind of controversial and something that you probably shouldn't really be saying, they'll probably just like, oh, you can't say that, and you know, kind of push you and stuff like that. So as you can see, it's just this very happy, energetic energy that is going between you two. That's how you can tell if she's flirting, if she has that kind of like nervous, kind of like fun, happy energy when she's around you. And you know, it's true that she might just be like that. That might just be her personality. So if it's just her personality, then you'll be able to tell if she's doing this with everybody, right? But if she's just doing it with you or just a few select people, so it might be you and some other person who she might like as well, then you can tell that she's flirting with you. Because if she was doing it to everybody and she was doing it with her friends, she was doing it with other people, you know, just everybody basically, apart from maybe if you're in a work environment, she might not act that way in front of your boss or your supervisor, but she will probably act like that with everybody else who are at her level. And it's the same with if you're at school, you know, she won't do that with the teachers, but she'll do it with everybody else she's friends with. So if she's doing it just exclusively for you, or just a couple of, or just maybe let's say one other person, if she likes that other person as well, because we can like multiple people at the same time. You know, we just flirt with people that we're attracted to. So she might find you attractive and she might find someone else attractive. So if she's only doing it with you or just one other or two other people, then it's more likely that she's actually flirting with you. But if she behaves that way all the time with everybody, it's most likely it's just her personality and she's just naturally a flirtatious person. I have a family friend and basically he flirts with everybody. That's just his personality. He's always bantering back and forth no matter who it is. You know, he banters with the male family members in my family, he banters with the female people in my family, he banters with me, he banters with everybody, because that's just who he is. That's just who he is as a person. So that might very well just be her. So if she's doing it exclusively for you or just a couple of other people, then it's probably flirting. But the best advice that I have for you is to observe when other people are flirting, especially if you are not very good at flirting yourself and you often become really uncomfortable. Just watch and see what other people are doing. And by the way, if you are feeling uncomfortable about flirting, then you're probably too much in your head and you're too worried about how you're coming across. And basically that just says to me that you're probably really needy and really insecure because you're too worried about flirting with someone because you're worried that you're going to offend them. That's really needy and approval-seeking kind of behavior. Kind of get out of your head a bit. Just know that it's okay to flirt with people. It's okay to be playful. You know, if someone says to you that I don't really like you behaving that way around me, you're being inappropriate, then just be like, sorry, I didn't mean to, I was just having fun. Stop worrying about what other people are going to think of you. Just have fun, enjoy yourself. So if you know that there's these two people that you go to school with or you go to work with that you know both like each other and they're always like flirting and bantering with each other, and it's only like a matter of time before, you know, they kind of get together basically, watch those people, watch how they interact, watch the body language, you know, and when you are then in a situation where you want to flirt with someone, just start behaving in that manner. You know, just copy the body language that they do. And it may be a good idea, you know, just to, you know, maybe, you know, talk to them about it. Like ask them like, oh, you two really have a really good interaction with each other. You know, tell me more about that. Like, how do you do that? You know, just ask them questions about it, and they might be able to show you, and they might be able to teach you if they're obviously willing to do so. Now, you might not want to go up to them when they're both doing this. You might want to like talk to them privately. So let's say one of these people might be your friend. So you can say to them, oh, you're really good at like flirting with that and teasing that person over there. Like, how do you do that? Like, what's going in your mind? What's going on in your mind when you're doing that? You know, how do you ask them questions about it? And the answer that they might probably give you is that, oh, I just feel really fun and relaxed when I'm around that person. I'm just really relaxed, and I really enjoy being around that person. That's why I'm so good at flirting with them. And I just feel really relaxed. I feel really happy. I feel really playful when I'm around them. I love teasing them because it's always really fun. You know, it's mostly got something to do with being playful and being fun. And if you're being playful and you're being fun, then you're more likely to come across better when you're flirting with someone. And something else as well is, if you want to tell if a girl is flirting with you, this is a great way that you can figure out if she is flirting with you. So when you're observing this interaction, you know, watch how the girl flirts, you know, and then see if, when you're around your crush, if they act in the same way that girl does. But remember, flirting is something that needs to be a two people thing, right? It's like I said, it's like a dance. They might start off the interaction, but then if you're not reciprocating and if you're not flirting back with them, they're probably going to stop, you know. And just watch and see how this couple flirts with each other, and then try to do that when you are around your crush, and see if they start reciprocating your flirting and you two start interacting in that same kind of way. So I hope this has helped you on how to tell if a girl is flirting with you. I tried to sprinkle in there some ways that you can get better at flirting as well, so you can escalate things, shall we say. I hope this has helped you. Please let me know down in the comments if you have any tips yourself. Like, you might be someone who's really good at flirting, because other people might really benefit from knowing how you personally flirt and what's going on in your mind when you're flirting. So please leave that down in the comments. Obviously, these videos are very generalized, so if you need help with me personally and you're like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com/shop. And I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye, guys.